On this episode of Left Side Heavy, the podcast, me and Hayden talk about some NFL news, little John Klingberg signing in the NHL, and some CFL topics as well. Hayden kind of runs with it at the beginning, kind of switching it up a little bit. Both came back from a nice weekend bender. Each respectively, he went up to Armstrong, I went up to Harrison. It was a beautiful trip for both of us, but nice short episode this week for you guys. Um, yeah, we're in the dog days of summer, so not too much news coming out in any in all the sports. So we talked a little Deshaun Watson, Alvin Kamara, BC Lions, some training camp videos, hype videos. What do we expect from our teams? All that. It was a good short episode with me and the H Dog. So I really hope you guys enjoy that. Here's episode 113. Enjoy.
It is episode 113 of Left Side Heavy, the podcast, presented by Blue Wire with your boys Hayden and Jevon. And today we're switching it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Doing the intro.
Yeah. throwing the listeners a little curveball here.
They have no idea what's about to hit them this episode. And honestly, you don't even know what's about to hit us this episode.
No, yeah, I'm usually the other way around, but I like the occasional switch up. I like it. It keeps everyone on their toes.
Fuck yeah. So speaking of the switch up, I think we're both a little bit tired today.
Yeah.
Had a pretty fucking hectic weekend after a nice, beautiful long weekend.
Yeah.
What'd you get up to, bud?
The family went down to Bear Creek in Harrison, Hot Springs. It's a nice little spot on the lake. Water was perfect. And we were right beside this like waterfall. About like 15 minutes away from our campsite, but it was a little bit of a tough 15-minute because you basically had to like jump from rock to rock over a river and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to this beautiful waterfall that fell into this pool area that you can kind of swim in and stuff. The water was freezing cold, but it was like one of those colds where it was bearable, but it took your breath away to start. You know what I'm
Fair
saying?
enough.
Like if you kind of stayed in there for a decent amount of time, like your body got used to the temperature, and then it almost got that like burning feel, like where it was like
it's that cold that it's burning.
Yeah, exactly. Like when your hands are really cold and the initial feeling running under hot water, where you're cold, but it still has the feeling of the hot water and it like kind of burning. That's what it kind of felt like. So that's what kind of made it bearable, but you still knew that it was freezing cold, but it was beautiful. Lots of sun.
Nice.
It was it got me on the second day. I had to take a nap at 6 and then I was never the same after that. But no, it was a good time all around. Mosquitoes were terrible.
Of course, like they have been this whole fucking year.
Yeah, they were so bad. We were waiting to find a parking spot and I got out because Dodger was like in the back and we're like, hey, do you know what? While the parents are waiting, I'll just go find a relation. We can just kind of start walking around. And we showed up to Harrison on Friday night at around 8:30. And that's right when they like start coming out, kind of when it starts getting to dusk. Is dusk in the evening or in the morning?
Dawn is in the morning, dusk is at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, it was kind of dusk out and I went outside from the back seat to go open the trunk. Was standing there, looked down, 7 mosquitoes on my ankle. I got bit 7 times at once.
Jesus Christ.
Took me 10 seconds and I'm like, this might be the worst weekend of my life. Just with the bugs and stuff. But it was bad in the morning and around dusk, but once it got into the like after 10
Yep.
and after 11:30 in the morning, it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't too bad. So
Well, there you go.
yeah, like temperature was perfect. It was hard to get out of it because of how perfect the temperature was. Lots of drinking games. Weekend couldn't have gone better, to be honest. It was a lot of fun.
That's fucking sick, man.
But how
That
about
sounds like a
you?
great weekend.
Yeah, it was fantastic getting away with the family once again. It was the first time in 4 years, so it was good to do it. Finally get to that um back to that time. But you made you made your way up to Armstrong with some of the boys.
Oh
How was
yeah,
that?
some of the fellas. It was a great weekend. It was unbelievable being poolside, having an area where you can just jump in the water because it was
Mhm.
so fucking warm.
Yeah.
And yeah, drinking games galore after kind of like around 10, we made it back down to his warehouse for like his barn. And he has or Mark has like this area, just it's primed. It's a prime
Yeah.
spot for just drinking and having fun. So and the whole weekend was filled with some fun stuff and definitely some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Definitely the last night
Yeah.
wasn't the smartest, but hopefully everything works out in the long run.
Yeah, of course.
Of
Naturally.
course. Of course. But I mean, with everything kind of going on in the world of sports, which is absolute donuts,
It's the dog days of summer.
it's the dog days of summer. So you know what? This episode is kind of going to be like a little bit of a cleanup again, but more or less focusing on the NFL and the CFL. Kind of a football episode today.
Yeah, we're kind of going to the gridiron this episode.
Exactly. But we will hit on one thing first. From the NHL, John Klingberg signs with the fucking Anaheim Duckies.
Yeah.
1 year, $7 million deal. Personally, I I did not see this one coming,
No.
and I'll let you kind of, speak your words on this.
For this deal, I was obviously, yeah, I was surprised because I thought he would kind of make his way to a contender.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Anaheim's in the position to contend. I think they can be competitive, but I still think they're going to be around the same position they were um, this year, kind of in the bottom of the division. I thought they would make a lot more moves because of the cap space they had. They had the most cap space in the league. So I thought they'd be attacking a bit more, but I guess they still want to be in the midst of the rebuilding phase so they can let their talent develop before they really start making a push, kind of like Ottawa.
Yeah,
But I like this signing for Anaheim because it's a no risk play. You sign him for 1 year, $7 million, and if he has a really good season, then you can just flip him at the deadline for more
exactly what
assets.
I was thinking.
So Klingberg, I don't mind it for him on a 1 year deal. He's making $7 million. He wanted 8.5 for a long term, which I
Mm-hmm.
kind of thought with the flat cap and every team's position, like where they are at in terms of building, I thought it was a bit unrealistic. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so this move, I kind of like it for both sides. Klingberg he gets to live in California for a year, making $7 million. He'll get the ice time. He'll act as a mentor for the younger guys
Mm-hmm.
and potentially go to a team in a position to go on a deep run.
Yep.
And then maybe Anaheim can retain half his salary because they have the cap space and it'll only be for a few months. And then uh maybe he can sign an extension with that contending team that he was hoping to sign with this year. So I like the move for both sides. Shocking at first, but understandable when I kind of thought about it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, when you look at all different aspects in all different ways of this signing, it's a great signing for
Yeah.
both the player and the team. So hopefully, you know, Klingberg does have a good season. Maybe the Ducks don't, have the hopes that they were having, and it's like, well, we'll just flip them, easy
Yeah.
money. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. By no words, no means necessary there.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all the NHL talk. We're ready to go. See you later. This is
Yeah.
Left Side Heavy. No,
Smell it. Yeah, that's the episode.
yeah, with Gridiron. Yeah, we're just kidding. It was just the one little bit mini pod,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, but for real, this first week or this last week, I should say, training camp starts up in the NFL. And we also got kind of the ban hammer today brought down upon by the NFL on Deshaun Watson. He's
Yep.
officially suspended for 6 games, which is absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. How is Calvin Ridley getting a year for betting?
For throwing a
And
$500 parlay on DraftKings.
fucking Watson still hasn't even settled like all of his cases.
26 cases or something like that.
Yeah, and he only gets like 6 fucking games.
The NFL has yet to make sense with any punishment they dish out.
It's stupid. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Literally, if they swapped Deshaun's and Ridley's suspensions, they would have gone 2 for 2.
Yeah.
But they're still sitting at, and that's
0 for 2.
just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
you look back at all the other suspensions that they have given, like even DeAndre Hopkins, he's missing 6 games because of PEDs. That one I kind of feel like is a hit. PEDs are illegal.
Yeah.
You shouldn't take them in a league that obviously has the ban. So 6 games, I could see that. But no, when you add in the betting aspect of someone who wasn't even playing, and then you add in some civil lawsuit to another person, it kind of gets a little bit dicey.
When one of the things has to go to court with like 6 dozen people,
Yep.
like
Come on.
think it's it's just common knowledge. You know what? Just you're cessate for the year.
Yeah, like just a year, what it should have been minimum.
Yeah. 100%. I saw that and I'm like, this is gonna ruffle some feathers because
yes.
this isn't okay. Because even when you bring up the opportunity, like, hey, can we just settle and like settle these lawsuits and stuff like that? Typically, people would, if they were lying about it, they would be like, yeah, okay, that's what I'm doing it for. I want money. But if all of them haven't been settled yet, then that means that the girls or the women are fighting for this lawsuit because they feel like he should be punished more. So if like I wanted to defend Watson so much because I'm like, I feel like they're all just coming out to try and like ruin his legacy or whatever. But if all of them haven't been settled out of the goal of just settling and not going through the investigation and stuff like that, then that basically means Deshaun Watson's guilty and 6 games is not enough.
Yeah, no,
if that all made sense.
The silence speaks louder than words at this point because it's not silence by any means, but it's also just we haven't heard a few of these women give up.
Yeah.
And that just basically means that there is something to fight for. And it's not just about the money for some of these women. So I'm 110% behind the victims. And I really hope that, the NFL actually can find something that makes this whole investigation just go way out of proportion, because that's what it is. The NFL needs to suspend Watson, or even just fucking say, like, you're gone. Like, this is just unacceptable.
No, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. But so Watson gets his 6 games.
Jacoby
whatever
Brissett time.
Yeah, it's Brissett. That's exactly what Stefanski was saying. Another piece of news about a potential suspension. Alvin Kamara's uh, court date was today. And after being pushed back for the third time, it gets pushed back to a fourth time. And it's now going to be in September. I think it's the 29th of September. So that basically means that, there's still a bunch of settlements for him. And what he did is also fucked up. I completely understand. Like, if we're looking at it from like the Watson perspective now, 2 games.
Yeah. If you because it works on a ratio. Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah.
Kamara, at least what he did wasn't right, but there was like merit behind his because what was was he like standing up for one of his people in his circle?
Yeah,
And
that's
then
that's kind of what the motive was. That's
so
been said.
like Deshaun Watson has no reason to like do what he did. At least Kamara was kind of standing up for one of his guys, but he just took it way too far.
Yes.
So probably like the right suspension for Kamara would be around 6 games, probably maybe 6 to 8.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe even double digits, I would assume, because that level of violence isn't necessary. But with
Mm-mm.
Watson only getting 6 games for like
For what exactly he's doing.
it's yeah, I don't have any gauge on what anyone's going to be suspended for.
Yeah, no. So this should be very interesting when it comes time to happen. But if it's been delayed this much, my guess is he won't even be suspended this year. He'll probably be suspended next year.
Yeah.
It's really, really interesting how these like court dates and these this process happens here because there is a video of it. No, it hasn't been leaked, but there is video of it, and it apparently it's very, very conclusive that the person, the suspect is Kamara, and the victim is the victim, and the victim's getting the shit beat out of him. So I don't know exactly how hard it is to say that you need to come up with more evidence, but like, come on, man. It's been what? What is the month? It's been 6 months,
Yeah.
half a year. Like, figure it out. The court system needs to figure it out. The NFL needs to figure it out. And, but you know what? Enough about potential suspensions because I think we just need to get hype right now. Like the fact that there's a football game on this Thursday.
Is it the Hall of Fame game?
It's a piece of shit game that's going to mean
Yeah.
absolutely nothing. But yeah, it's the Hall of Fame game.
Who is it between this year?
I think the Hall of Fame game this year is it the Steelers and let me see. It's the
It's not the boys, is it?
let's see. It's the oh great. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, all right.
Oof.
What kind of rosters do they put out for the Hall of Fame game?
Man, fourth strings, like maybe the starters see
Like
like
half
a
a quarter?
drive. Yeah, maybe. Like I have no idea what this whole game could entail, but I mean, out of seeing all the videos from different camps, seeing like just people getting in fights, like Josh Allen getting in a fight with a 360-pound defensive lineman, Patrick Mahomes doing behind the back passes to running backs that just shouldn't matter whatsoever. Like
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa actually hitting a ball over 20 yards and it being a beautiful dime to Hill. Like it just makes me so excited that
Well,
football is a month away.
also new year of training camp, new dummy drill for Aaron Donald. Did you see that?
Oh my god, dude. What is that? What even is that drill? Like,
I don't know. The poor guy's head is just snapping back. It's just
yeah,
getting held by the neck. Just How is that like?
Dude, that was the funniest
What does
fucking
that help?
video.
Oh my gosh. He probably got signed to like a $50,000 contract and be like, hey, this is your job this year. This is just you do what Aaron Donald does to help him train.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's
Okay.
like his right hand man of
Yeah.
fucking just moving around.
Yeah.
For
That's
anyone who doesn't know exactly what we're saying, imagine you're standing perpendicular to someone who's very, very strong
pound
and
for pound, probably the strongest guy in the NFL.
easily,
Yeah.
and all he's doing as an exercise, he has his hand around your throat and he's just jolting your neck back and forth. And that
That
is
can't be healthy.
no, it surely isn't.
The
Like
guy's gonna need like artificial disc surgery for his
he's
neck.
he's not going to be well. No, he's not
No.
going to be well whatsoever, but it is great content.
Oh my god, it's
So,
unbelievable content. That's when you know football's back, is when Aaron Donald or Jameis Winston or they're just doing their like when Jameis Winston was doing that flex bar bench press on a half exercise ball.
Yep.
I'm like, this
What is
has to
this
be
helping?
this has to be for the memes. Like he has to be doing it for them. Probably does it for like
Surely he knows.
2 minutes on camera, just as hard as he possibly can,
Hmm.
just for the memes and the content towards him and
Oh
all that.
yeah.
It has to be because there's no way he's doing that. And his trainer, who is like the best in the world, is like, this is it.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the new exercise that'll
Th-
get people ready.
That's like the weird, like Spider-Man cable flies that like random old men are doing at the gyms. You know what I'm talking about? When
Yeah,
they're like pulling the cable flies and then jumping to the other side. Like
literally,
that, like
yeah.
that's some shit that James Winston would be doing in the gym. He'd be like, it's training my lateral movement in the pocket. And I'm like,
Exactly.
no, it's not.
No, no, not at all. No,
Oh man.
that is a great workout actually. So you know what? I think I might write that down and I
Yeah.
might try it for myself. I don't have a bendy bar though, so
Yeah.
that might be the only problem. But yeah, no, seeing just every little thing like that. And then draft season. Obviously, we have our rookie draft going on in our dynasty league.
Yeah.
And it's just the whole buildup just gets me so I'm just so ready, man. It's
Yeah.
just another season. And did you see it? I can't remember who on Instagram or Twitter, but they saw where it's like the NFL needs to be an 82 game season.
Oh yeah. It's like players after their press conference after week 32, and it's Joe Biden shaking his hands to no one.
Yeah. I saw one and it was the most random one, but it was like people in wheelchairs that had like Kansas City and Saints jerseys, and it's like New Orleans versus Kansas City in week 40, and it's
Yeah.
just people in wheelchairs.
And there's someone snapping his finger. Um, and it's like offensive lineman after week 19 trying to remember their phone passcode.
Oh my
Um,
god.
um,
Just the fucking headaches.
80,
Like,
yo, that season would be 2 years long.
yeah, no, you could not play 82 games in one calendar year.
How many weeks would there be? 100 weeks?
I mean, how many bye weeks do you add,
That's
right?
what
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Is like
yeah.
82 game. Would it be like 110 week schedule with
Oh my fucking god.
like how many bye weeks would you throw in there if there's one bye week to a 18-week schedule?
Hmm.
So because the 82 game schedule, that would be 82 weeks, right? Because you can only have a game a week. You
Yeah,
can't
so
go crazy.
it's 82. I basically did 82 divided by 17, just
Yeah,
because 17 games. It comes out to 4.8235. So if we round up, that's at least 5 bye weeks.
which I just feel like you need more.
I feel like you need more, yeah. I
Like
feel like you even need more than one right now in the NFL, you know?
I think you would need at least w- a, oh, yeah, a team would need a bye week like every third week,
Something like that
and in an
because it
82
will
game
not be healthy.
schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, like it will never happen because that's
No,
just way too much. But like
that's absurd.
the memes are hilarious.
Oh no, absolutely. And I
Yeah,
love how the internet just took something and ran with it because it's not like the internet to do that.
it's kind of like the LeBron James is built different. Do you see that one that went on forever?
No, which one?
It was like a couple years ago, but someone posted a graphic of prime LeBron or prime Tyson in a boxing match, and
Okay.
someone's like, honestly, I think I'm gonna take LeBron because he's just built different. And then
Oh yeah.
and then the Twitter thread was like, in a cook-off, LeBron James or Chef Ramsay. And everyone's like, I'm going LeBron James. He's just built different, and it was just the same thing for everyone. It was it was prime. So this one is like the 82 game schedule. Like everyone's just posting different memes after week something.
No, okay, yeah, I do remember actually seeing that one,
Yeah, it was.
mostly the Tyson versus LeBron one,
Yeah,
and the comment above it, like the subtweet, was like, "This shit better not be real, man."
yeah.
Oh my
And
god,
I saw people in the comments. They're like, "Bro, it's Tyson. LeBron doesn't have a chance." I'm like, man, people are just so dumb
just
sometimes. They're yeah, way. This is a joke.
yeah, right over their heads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so frustrating seeing some comments, and I'm like, people just feed into it.
Yep. They don't even realize that they're part of the meme now.
Yeah,
They're part of the embarrassment.
and that's like not even like that meme alone. Just I saw something on Instagram. I think it was like Wednesday or something. I can't exactly remember what it was, but I knew it just something. It just never made sense.
Okay.
And I read the tweet and I'm like, I can sometimes being sarcastic over social media isn't a good idea because sometimes people just don't read into it. And that is a fact because of these comments that I saw. Some
100%.
some people are 100% like they have the common sense, they see that and it's like, yeah, bro, and like pigs can fly and my dog can speak Spanish kind of thing. Like they stuff like that. And I read the tweet and I feel like it was just like a trade proposal or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, okay, that's just like doesn't have any chance of happening. But then
Mm-mm.
some people in the comments just write a paragraph as to why it doesn't make sense for either team and stuff. And I'm like, man, just delete your Twitter account because
Literally.
you're feeding into it. Or like they'll start calling the account an idiot. What
Mm-hmm.
have you even watched hockey before? And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, seriously. Or even bigger companies. Like look what happened to ESPN when did you see this? Like Ballsack Sports on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
The joke where it's like the Ja Morant said that he would like crush Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
and ESPN ran a full fucking segment on it, and they actually thought it was real. Like everyone's getting got by the internet sometimes,
Yeah.
even these big televised companies, and they're fucking hilarious, man.
Well, current like journeyman Will Compton,
Yeah.
he got by a fake Twitter account.
Oh yeah.
The PGA Tour, but it was TUOR. So it was a
Wasn't
parody
it
account.
or wasn't it Brian Urlacher?
Oh, it was Urlacher. I thought it was Compton. Yeah,
Yeah,
Urlacher,
yeah.
I think. And it was a live tour tweet about,
Yes.
and I'm pretty sure who was he quoting? He was saying like live tour is the best.
Oh,
Uh,
Jim Nance.
yeah, it was Jim Nance. He
Jim
was
Nance, yeah, was
yeah,
going to live tour, yeah.
yeah, and he was like, the money is just like it shows that I'm the best, and I deserve. I'm finally being paid like I'm the best, kind of thing like that. And then Urlacher was like, yeah, go,
You do it.
yeah, you
Yeah.
do it. Everyone knows you're the best in the game. Go. It's like, all right, man.
Come on,
It
Brian. Where's
literally,
your PR team,
yeah,
bro?
it says in the profile parody account, and
Yeah.
it's spelled TUOR. It's spelled wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't even yeah, no, literally. They don't even look. They don't even
Yeah,
look to see if it's just a proper account.
I almost got once.
Okay.
I almost quote tweeted I think it may have been um a fake insider of like Elliot Friedman or something like that.
Okay.
And it was spelled slightly wrong, spelled with like it was like FRIEDD
Mm-hmm.
MAN instead of just one D. And it had like the 7 beside
Yep.
it. So I thought it was, and I was gonna subtweet. I'm like, no, that's not the account. And then I deleted it. And I was like, thank God.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't exactly remember what the context was, but I almost got by someone. And I'm happy I didn't send
I've
that.
definitely been gotted by some trolls on the internet, and I'm not ashamed.
Well,
It's just
you sent me one.
yeah, no, the oh fuck, it was the Odell Beckham one,
Yeah, to
the
the Patriots.
Patriots. Yeah.
And you're like, bro. And I'm like, look at the account. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
As soon
Yeah.
as I saw Odell to the Patriots, I'm like, okay, this is false.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
Patriots.
I don't even have a Chef D report on this yet. How is this? Yeah. The
Yeah, no,
NFL posts or whatever. Yeah. No. That's pretty bad.
it happens, man. It happens. You just
It
gotta
happens
laugh
to the
about it.
best of us.
You just gotta laugh about it. That's all you can
Exactly.
do.
And
I know.
I fully laughed about it. I understand that I'm an idiot, but you know what? Life goes on.
Life goes on, man.
So like staying with the NFL,
Yeah.
have you like seen any hype videos from camp or whatever? Anyone standing out like in the Patriots camp?
I'm seeing that. Oh,
Oh,
hello.
videos disconnected.
What's happening? Yeah. This is an oopsie.
Yeah, it's fine. We can edit this out or not.
No, we won't edit this out. We're fine. Fine.
Come on. There's the cat. Oh, no.
No, yeah, I'm doing the old switcheroo here. Maybe it comes back. There we go. We
Oh.
live. We live. Plug and fell up. But I've heard nothing but improvements about from Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've
I see
heard,
he's definitely cut too.
yeah, I've heard that he's cut some weight and he's just looking faster and quicker with his timing routes and everything like that. And I've also heard a shit ton of improvement from Ramondre Stevenson as well.
Nice.
That he's getting a lot more touches with the number one team. Seems like he might be stealing the starting touches from Damian Harris, or they might be like a committee backfield, and then Stevenson might come out as the number one back, which I mean, with the way Stevenson ran last year, I would not be surprised. He was an absolute tank last year.
I
So,
agree.
um, I think this year I'm just looking for us to be competitive. I don't think we're going to be anything special. I see around our over under being at like 8.5, 9.5 wins this year. I see him at around 9 wins, just slightly above winning record. I'm with how stacked the AFC is. I don't think they're going to make playoffs, but I'd rather see just improvement from Mac Jones. If as long as I can see that he has shown that he can be the franchise quarterback of this team, and he doesn't have to draw the question up that do we need to go a different direction, kind of like Miami, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see Mac Jones improve as a downfield passer instead of so many checkdowns.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
that's all I want to see. And I think Devontae Parker, he's shown that he can be a threat on all levels of the field. He's not necessarily a threat, but he can work on all levels of the field and he can be a good receiver in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of looking for that. And we have a deep field threat now. We have the fastest receiver in the draft.
In the draft. Yep.
So hopefully it's not like a John Ross situation. Like I hope he can kind of develop a chemistry with Mac Jones and basically keep the secondary guessing. No, but I'm excited. I want to see Johnny Smith used more, but I don't know how that's gonna go. But
Yeah, especially
I
with no more Josh McDaniels.
yeah, so I'm excited. I just want to see us be competitive and Mac Jones improve as a downfield passer. That's my main goals this year. Just like you look at the AFC West and it's like, okay,
Bloodbath.
the Jets and the Dolphins are starting to like gain some tread in that division. It's the Bills division to lose, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
The AFC just looks stacked.
Yeah, no,
So
absolutely stacked it looks. So
it's like
I agree.
so it's going to be really hard for the Patriots to make any noise this year. But that's like I said, just Mac Jones. I would really want to see him like solidify his spot as this team's quarterback. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the goal, and I think he can because I saw some um I saw some games from him, like even in the playoff game. I know we got the wheels blown off us, but that first pick that Hyde picked off in the end zone,
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a beautiful throw from Mac Jones.
It was just a
It was
way
just a
better
way better.
interception.
It was just a insane interception made by the defense.
Yeah.
So like I saw that and I'm like, there's no reason why Mac Jones can't be a quarterback when he's making those kind of throws.
Mm-hmm.
Was it slightly underthrown? Yes, but like people who say he doesn't have the arm talent, I just like
Don't know what they're talking about.
that was a good throw, just a better play.
Yeah,
So I just want to see more of that. I'm sick and tired of the check downs because it's boring.
it
You know,
is.
you want to put some asses in the seats. Brady threw checkdowns, but he's also one of the best downfield passes in the league, still at the age of 44. So like,
Mm-hmm.
why can't Mac Jones be like that too?
No,
So
exactly.
so I want to see some change in the offensive scheme and just bring a little bit more air raid to our offense. But that's what I've heard, and I'm kind of excited. I want to get myself a Mac Jones jersey, but I just have like zero money to spend. So
I feel that.
yeah, but but maybe I'll just enter in every single lottery type of thing I could maybe possibly win. Follow and take
Boom.
3 friends for a Mac Jones jersey. I'm just in like in 80 different accounts, please.
Yeah. No, literally, there you go. They're just all oh, oh. Bad podcasting. They're just
Yeah.
all your name, but like spelled differently. Like
J.
J.
J. Evan Lefebvre. J.
That's so
E.
fucking
Ven.
random. I literally had the J. Evan Lefebvre like in my mind.
Yeah. It's just a dot, 10 different accounts or like 20 different accounts, but the dot is in different placements of my username.
Exactly. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
That's all you need, buddy.
Well, I'm looking at the win or the odds, and I think they're I think they're a game off of each of our teams because they're both saying 8.5 wins for both the Patriots and the Saints. I feel like both of those you can bet over.
I would say over for the Patriots, over for the Saints. I think the Saints are going to get more wins than um the Patriots. I think Patriots are at 9, and I think the Saints could get to around 10. But 9-10 wins maybe for the Saints. But both interesting over unders for
No,
them. I
definitely. I
think the
think
instinctful bet would be the over for both of those teams.
yeah, I totally agree because you give them a season where Mac Jones is in his second year. He has new weapons and the same weapons, a great running back committee, a great defense. Like it only just speaks volume that it can improve.
Yeah.
And then New Orleans, it's like they had 58 unique different starters last year. And that was the most of all time, which is absolutely insane. And so you give them a relatively healthy season. They didn't have their wide receiver one last year.
Yeah.
And, you give them a relatively healthier season. How do you not see them besting 9 wins than last year? Like this defense, that's the one thing that I've heard from camp is that this defense is like absolutely insane. Second year cornerback Paulson Adebo is like turning heads as a camp beast right now. And honestly, I'm kind of down to see like maybe the best defense of all time. Like if I could match it up to Legion of Boom, maybe. I've heard there's some stuff going on right now with Tyrann Mathieu, a lot of personal issues, which is never good. I hope that
Mhm.
everything, with him and his family, I'm assuming it has to be his family, works out. But yeah, that's kind of the scary one, the fact that Tyrann Mathieu is not there because Michael Thomas is there. So that's sick. He's actually practicing, which is awesome.
It's finally good to see that.
Finally good to see that. So yeah, I'm I'm sure we'll do more and more as the season leads up, but it's good to kind of see exactly where the Patriots are. Now that I know that Ramondre Stevenson seems to be the main bell cow, which is a great problem to have because it's like I thought Damian Harris was just way fucking better, but
I was so high on Damian Harris before he even like was this like in college. I watched him nothing but beast at Alabama,
mm-hmm,
and I was like, this guy should have. I knew he was on the Patriots, and I'm like, why are we still running Sony Michel and James White?
mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think. I think Damian Harris. I think the best running back on the team is our RB3 right now. And then next thing you know, he just starts tearing it up before last year started. And he's just a good power back that gets touchdowns. I mean, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 rushing touchdowns last year.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely insane.
Like, and he had 6 in the final 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, that definitely helped me
So,
in some fantasy leagues.
yeah. So having like a committee of Stevenson and Harris is probably one of the more underrated backfields in the league, I think.
100%. And you know what's actually funny? Damian Harris, I'm just looking at this right now. Damian Harris is only a year older than Stevenson.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So, like, that's just crazy to me. So, yeah, no, I'm definitely excited to see how unique this backfield can be for the Patriots because I'll tell you, man, Damian Harris against the Bills in that like 3 passing game for Mac Jones, Damian Harris on that run just straight up the gut. It's like he just ran by everyone and no one caught, no one even like just tried to get him because he was just gone. You
Yeah.
know, like yeah, that's absolutely insane to see.
But no, I'm excited to see how they do. It's gonna be good. I'm looking at my fantasy team right now, my dynasty team. I have nothing but like backup running backs on my team.
Oh
It's a
fuck.
tough scene. It's a really tough scene. I got Michael Carter,
Oof.
Daryl Henderson, Damian Harris, Ronald Jones, Clyde, and Aaron Jones.
Ooh.
So tough running back
Yeah.
committee.
I mean the Aaron Jones one, maybe.
But I think I might try and sell this year. Just
Yeah,
blow it up.
could be a play. Yeah. Look for
And
people
then
who are on their way to maybe trying to go for a championship.
yeah, I think I might
Yeah.
just try and like even anything over anyone over like 26, 25, just trade them and then
Yeah.
just like try and build it up again and then just keep Jay Herbo.
Yeah, that is
I
your
love.
cornerstone.
Yeah. And I mean Tom Brady too, because that guy's never gonna retire.
No, he never will. So fuck me.
Yeah.
Anyways, same
But
sport.
yeah, question
Switching
here.
oh
Question here
okay.
first. My pick is almost up. My third round pick. Assuming that both of these players are available.
Okay.
Should I go rookie wide receiver on Pittsburgh, Pickens,
George Pickens.
or should I draft some more running back depth and get Hines?
Naeem Hines. I heard ooh. I think you should go Pickens.
I was gonna go Pickens
Yeah, because
because
Naeem Hines, not only is he old or older, I should say,
I think he's 24 right now,
but it's like Jonathan Taylor. That's
25.
his backfield. Like,
Yeah, and Jonathan Taylor's only like 22. So,
yeah, exactly.
but I think like Hines would be used as like a James White, so it's just a matter of maybe he gets like some random red zone touchdowns. But Pickens,
True. Pickens
Steelers
could easily be the number
wide
one wide
receiver
receiver next year.
or number 2 at least by this year.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if Pittsburgh just because Pittsburgh, that's the funniest thing. Like they'll get a receiver, use him for 4 years, and ship him off.
Yeah.
Like, do they not keep franchise wide receivers?
Yeah. So, I mean, my strength on my team is wide receivers. Like, I have Amari Diggs, Corey Davis, Mike Will made it, Michael Gallup, Jacoby Myers, Michael Pittman, Jalen Waddle, Rondell Moore. So, like, my
Yeah, that is
strength is wide
stacked.
receiver. But, uh, I mean, at this point, just take best available and deal with it later. So
I agree.
I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I agree.
I just have to quickly ask you that there, because I'm not at risk telling you because you can't steal the player.
That's true. I already picked my other guy, the Abram Smith pick. It's just a pure like in case Alvin Kamara gets suspended. And I've heard this guy, he was a linebacker at Baylor. He came into Baylor as a running back, but then Baylor's like, yeah, we're gonna just put you at linebacker. And then his last season, he went to running back, had like a career fucking year
Just
at
beasted.
running back. Yeah, he's an absolute tank. And like, watch highlight videos of this guy.
I will.
He's undrafted, but he was given like over $200,000 fully guaranteed as an undrafted free agent.
Wow.
Yeah, like that does not happen. So,
No.
Yeah.
All right, so we interrupt this episode because me and Hayden are at work right now on our lunch break doing a last minute recording because we forgot to talk about the Deebo and DK extensions. So my camera just went there. The Deebo and DK extension. So DK signs 3 years, $72 million with $58 million guaranteed and a $30 million signing bonus. And pretty similar, Deebo signs the exact same 3 years, 71.5 with around $58 million guaranteed with about $1.5 million or around $2 million in his incentives. If he clips an X amount of rushing yards and rushing touchdowns, I believe he gets.
Receiving?
No, because he doesn't want to be.
Deebo, right? Yeah, Deebo, yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to be utilized as a running back so much, but if he clips over 380 rushing yards, I believe, and 3 rushing touchdowns, he gets up to $1.5 million, but he can't get more than over $600,000 per incentive or something like that. It's a very complicated thing, but Hayden, what are your thoughts on those extensions?
I mean, the Deebo one, I definitely kind of saw coming, especially around when we were talking about draft day. And then the DK one, I expected it to be an AJ Brown, basically reversed. Like it's funny. I was so close. I just got the wrong teammate for my projection, but no, both of these contracts are also very, very good for teams in the NFC West, so to say.
Yeah, I think these contracts kind of fit the market value of them.
And they're not really long lasting, just in case if the team sort of doesn't do as well in the next couple of years.
No, that's exactly it. And I think it was a good decision for Deebo to stay in San Fran because I like the way the scheme works for a player like him. And I think Trey Lance, basically San Fran shifting their focus to Trey Lance as their QB1, I think changes a lot in Garoppolo, because since Garoppolo wasn't as good of a thrower of the ball, they couldn't utilize Deebo as the receiver they wanted him to be. But now that Trey Lance, who has better arm talent and can be utilized as a runner too, it might open up Deebo as well.
I definitely agree.
Will keep the defense on their toes. And as for DK, I think it was more of like, please don't leave us now that Russ is gone. Like, I think it was just like a desperation signing, but I think it wasn't too expensive, but DK still got enough to make him happy with the $30 million up front with the signing bonus and like around like 75% of it guaranteed. So I think it was a good incentive for him to stay. And like you said earlier, it wasn't too long. So either the team or the player doesn't have to stay committed to it.
Exactly.
So, and the way NFL works, so you can restructure it, you can get bought out, you can do
extended
contracts, and basically you're never really under contract in the NFL. Like the term doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't.
So I think it's for Deebo and DK, this is good for both of them.
I agree.
All right. Well,
Well, did we
my
talk
lunch
about?
break is over.
What's up?
Did we talk about Terry McLaurin?
Yeah, we talked about Terry McLaurin with Corey
Right. Yeah. That's right.
last episode.
You
Yeah.
booked
So
John, yeah.
yeah, so we've touched on it. My lunch break is over. I think I'm about 5 to 10 minutes over my time.
Oh
And
no, you're about 2 minutes.
okay, so it's not too bad. But yeah, we wanted to. I'll slide this in kind of in the middle of the episode, kind of break up topics and stuff like that. So if the flow is kind of off, that's why, because we're recording this a day after on our phones. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. But I guess we'll just go back to the episode. All right.
Quick cut.
But yeah. Anyways, same sport, switching leagues here. We are now into, I think we finished week 7 of the CFL here. I don't know if you at all saw any of the trends of the Lions game on Friday, but
No, I didn't catch anything. I didn't have service up
we'll
in.
just say it was 17-6 for Saskatchewan at the half. BC won 32-17.
Oh, was that 24 unanswered points?
Unanswered. It just completely clapped cheeks.
That's unreal.
Oh, it's just like when I said that the BC Lions this year they'd be like in the mix. They're fully in the mix. Like Nathan Rourke is like, he didn't have a good first half, but in the second half, he killed it. Rhymes is coming out of nowhere, in my opinion. He's a great 50-50 boy. Lucky Whitehead, we already know how fast this motherfucker is and how good he is. And then, yeah, James Butler, like, then the defense too. The defense is like, how do you have 17 points put on you in the first half and then zilch in the second, like, it's gonna be a great end to the season, because you know that if a team starts out hot in the CFL, they're generally making playoffs.
Yeah.
So I know you haven't watched a lot of the Lions this year, but like, knowing where they are now, are you gonna try to make an attempt more to watch a
100%.
couple games?
100%. Yeah, 1,000%.
We should definitely fucking hit up a game.
Yeah, we should.
Tickets are cheap as shit, my guy.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. August 26th. It's a Friday.
We'll pencil that in right now. I just got to make sure I'm not doing anything that day.
There we go. But like, I don't know. Like, it's funny with the CFL because there's no, other than quarterbacks, there's no franchise players. Maybe on the defense there is, but like every year, someone on like the receiving core, the wide receiver core, like they have a great year and then boom, they're gone.
Well, what about that wide receiver that was basically an offensive lineman on Calgary for all those years? Lewis?
Oh, Nick Lewis.
That guy was a big
Yes.
boy.
He
But-
was a huge boy. I mean, there's the odd guy like Brian Burnham, G. Roy Simon, Manny Arsenault. Like, there's the few people that will stay around on a team, but generally, they just they have a great year, and then, yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere else now.
Yeah.
And it's so funny to see. But I mean, another big piece of news: Andrew Harris became the first Canadian running back to ever hit 10,000 rushing yards.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
that happened the other week. I can't believe he's still churning for
How old is he? Like
Toronto now.
mid-30s?
Yeah, I think he's around 33. Let me fact check that one here. But I mean, it's crazy just to even think like he was so good with the Lions, won a Grey Cup with them. He's 35.
Mid-30s. Look at that. Good, Jevon.
You just knew.
That was bang on. That could be that could be more mid-30s than 35.
It literally could not have been.
But was he part of the back-to-back Winnipeg?
For Winnipeg, yep. Yeah, he was. He won back to back.
So he has 3 under his belt right now.
I think so. Let me quickly check that on his Wikipedia page here. But yeah, I think he is a 3-time Grey Cup champion.
Last time I checked, that's not bad.
Yeah. Winning the best trophy in your sport. Yeah, no, that's pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah.
No, it's so cool to actually have BC be a good team because they've been so bad.
They've been pretty irrelevant the past.
Oh my God,
years.
it's been terrible to watch. It's like I get excited and then I'm just settling for mediocrity.
Yeah.
So it's cool to finally see some wheels turning, and the new owner for the Lions, he puts on a show at Lions games, it seems like I went to one last year with my dad for like a Father's Day gift.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different experience. And yeah, I'm definitely going to like 2 games this year. And hopefully the Lions can make a fucking good run.
Yeah. Well, let's go to a game, man. Let's go on a date.
I'm down. Yeah, let's go. Mandate.
Let's go let's go for drinks, food, and a Lions game.
We'll do it. 100%. 100%. But I mean, with that, I just kind of wanted to do a shorter episode today, just because there's nothing here. We're both fucking tired.
Both got work tomorrow, so kind of gotta rein it in.
Exactly.
Have a relaxing evening, but no, this is a good one. Hopefully no big news drops on Tuesday.
Well, it'll always happen.
Yeah, it always happens.
Like, what was it happened on Thursday last week? Like, I can't even remember.
we recorded an episode and then Malkin and Evander Kane signed. And then
but last week after the episode with Corey, like I swear something happened on the Thursday after the episode was released, and it's just like and then maybe nothing. Maybe I'm mixing up my weeks now.
Well, it also happened to us. Flores sued and Tom Brady retired or something like that.
Yeah, of course.
Like right after we got off the episode, we were like, oh, yeah. Okay.
We got to quickly hit this one up again.
Yeah, I guess that happened. But yeah, I can't quite remember what Thursday news you're potentially talking. Maybe it was maybe the Watson suspension came out, or the some other news came out, but
who knows? Yeah,
we'll see. But no, this was a good episode, man.
Yeah, no, definitely a good episode. Great to catch up. Great to see what happens on your weekend.
Of course, naturally. Where can the people find you?
The people can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Hayden_Barton. And where can the people find you, Mr. Lefebvre?
Follow me on Instagram at Jevon.Lefebvre, on Twitter at Jevon Lefebvre. Find everything for the show on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at LeftsideHeavy_, and the YouTube Left Side Heavy. I don't think we'll be uploading episode 111 because of the camera. It got really dim for really dark for 90% of the video, and I just don't really know with editing everything like that how I'll make it look decent, but I'll give her a go. Don't know if I'll be uploading it though. But yeah, it was just a hell of a weekend, and I'm glad that just reined it in for a nice short episode this week. It's always good to just touch bases with the world of sports,
especially with the dog days.
Exactly. And we're waiting. We haven't talked NBA because we're still waiting on these 2 knuckleheads to try and make some time. But last time we recorded it with them, it was a hit. So we want to make it happen again. But soon, hopefully. We'll get those guys on. And then, yeah, KBNR coming up next week. It'll be fun.
Let's fucking go.
All right, Aiden. We'll catch you later. Listeners, leave a rate and review. Help grow the show. wherever you listen to your podcasts. And that is episode 113. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Well, you say that we're in the right place. Do you know it? Do you know it? Did you tie yourself down? Are you losing your grade?